Hey, what's up my friends? I'm Jade. Today I'm bringing you a yoga class for your hips. We're going to be doing a 360 hip opening class, which is going to involve really opening up your hamstring area, your front hip flexor, your outer hips, as well as your inner hips. Okay, so it's a lot going on today. These are areas that get really, really tight and cause a lot of stress and tension within our entire body. So you're going to notice a lot of release. We're going to be working on front split and then our wide split pose as well. So make sure you have a couple of blocks today, and maybe a strap may be helpful for some of these stretches, and a nice sturdy soft yoga mat to work out on, and some water as always. All right, I hope you guys love this flow. Take your time, listen to your body, don't try to push it. Make sure you're patient with yourself. All right, I will meet you on your mats. All right, friends, we're gonna go ahead and begin in an easy seated pose just to connect with our breath and draw our attention to our mat right now. So sit up nice and tall, lengthen up through the spine as you take a deep breath in through the nose, maybe softening your gaze or even closing your eyes here. And on your exhale, begin to just soften your shoulders away from your ears. Let your legs soften. Again, breathe and filling the lungs up. Finding length through the spine. And as you exhale, begin to affirm your navel in towards your spine and then up. So drawing that contraction within your core strength. Softening the ribs into the body. Right, go ahead and extend your right leg just all the way out to the side here. Make sure the bottom of the left foot is pressing into the right leg. We're gonna reach the arms up towards the sky, deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're just going to reach towards that right foot, okay? If you can't reach all the way out, you can just grab onto the right shin. Wherever you are, I want you to reach that left arm up and over. And here, our Janu Sirsasana pose, this little side bend with the hips wide open. I want you to think of really lifting that right side rib up. Okay, so we're not just bending over into that right side. So breathe in, reaching through that left arm. Trying to roll that shoulder open. And then exhale, go ahead and bring your hand just to soften behind the head. On your next breath in, we're gonna reach that elbow up towards the sky and back. And then exhale, go ahead and close the elbow down towards the floor. And then so we're closing the left shoulder down too. So both shoulders are even towards the floor. Inhale to reach up. And then exhale, close it in. So you'll notice the stretch is going from the inner thigh as you open up, and then as we exhale, we're rolling that stretch more onto the hamstring. You'll feel it in the lower back of the left side as well as maybe the side body and even the hip. And then exhale, close it up. Last time, we're gonna open. Full deep breath, and then exhale, go ahead and close it down. This time, see if you can reach that left arm for the foot. Flexing the foot. Make sure the toes are pointed up or even pointing towards you slightly. And here I want you to really draw that attention to that right leg and pulling that right hip back. So lengthening through that right leg. Almost like you're pulling the heel forward and the hip is pulling back. Letting the left leg just fall out to the side. Try to fold only from the hip, not the lower spine. Knee and toes pointed up. All right, on your next inhale, you're gonna very carefully begin to come all the way up. Reach the arms out to the side, up towards the sky. Draw your hands down to your heart center. Let's switch it out. So bring the right foot in, left foot now is gonna extend. You're gonna bring that right bottom of your foot to the left leg. All right, let's reach the arms out to the side, draw them up towards the sky, and then this time folding to reach for either the left shin or the left toes. We're flexing the toes in towards your face, and we're reaching up and over with that right arm. Reaching towards the left side here. Just stay with me, breathe. And try to open that right shoulder up as much as you can. Try to stack the shoulders. Finding that length through the right side body. On your next exhale, we're gonna just draw the hand right behind the head softly. It's not pushing the head forward. Elbows pointed up. Deep breath in, and on your exhale, we're just gonna close the body down towards the floor. So noticing as we inhale to lift up, the difference between the stretch as we close it up. And bring the right shoulder down. And breathe in. Open up. And then exhale, close it up. Remember to keep pulling that left hip back. Lengthen through that left leg. Breathe in. Open the elbow up, and then exhale to close. Let's do this one last time. Inhale, lift the right shoulder up. Left. Let's do this one last time. Inhale, bring that right elbow up. And exhale, close it up. Reach the right hand maybe for the left toes here. And go a little deeper into the stretch. So make sure you're not putting any pressure on your lower spine. And see if with each exhale, maybe you can let your body fold a little deeper, drawing your forehead closer to your shin. A lot going on here. Just notice all the feelings and the tightnesses within your body, and just try to breathe deeply into it. Alright, you guys are going to come up and reach your arms out to the side. Draw your hands right to heart center. Very good. Okay, let's cross the legs. Let's go ahead and just come onto our backs. So however you get there, go ahead and very softly release your body all the way down onto the floor. So here you may want to have your strap close by. We're going to go into a little deep stretch in the legs here as well, just in a supine position facing up, okay? So go ahead and bring your left knee into the chest, point the toes. We're going to go ahead and extend that right leg all the way out. So my hands are around that left knee, and I'm just going to draw the knee in towards my chest as I really extend through the right leg. So pulling the right leg away from me, and then as I draw that knee into the chest, I'm thinking about really pulling that left hip down, okay? So make sure that left hip doesn't come up. I want to keep them level to each other. So breathe in. Remember to pull your shoulders down away from your ears. And then on your next inhale, I want you to extend your leg up towards the sky. So here you can grab a strap and place it around the ball of your foot, which is right here. Or you can keep your hands just behind your hamstring, or maybe even walk your hands up a little bit higher, just depending on your level of flexibility. Okay, I am going to use my block, which is almost like using a strap. And take a deep breath in here. And on your exhale, I want you to point the toes and begin to lift that bottom foot up off the floor. And on your next exhale, I want you to begin to roll your shoulders, your head up off the floor, pulling the top leg in towards you as you lift the bottom leg up off the floor. Be careful that left hip doesn't ride up towards your body. And then on your inhale, you're gonna flex the feet, release the head. Let's do that again. So we're rolling up towards the leg as we pull both legs in towards us on an exhale, bending the elbows out to the side, and then inhale, flexing the feet, releasing. Point the toes as we exhale, pull the legs up and in. And then flex them out to inhale and release. Again, point and lift. So if you can pull that leg in a little bit closer towards you, using your core to lift up. This time release the bottom leg and then slowly release your shoulders and your head, and just try to keep that left leg pulling in towards you. So breathing in, pulling that left hip away from you. Exhale. Pulling the leg maybe closer towards your body. One more deep breath in. And then as you breathe out, we're gonna release your strap and just grab the outside of the foot. Bring your arm to the inside of the knee, bending the knee to the outside of the body, coming in for a half happy baby. You can extend your right arm out to the side. Keep pointing the left, keep pointing the right toes. Keep that leg really extended down. The bottom of my left foot is flat to the sky right now. So as I breathe out, I want to try to pull that knee a little bit further towards the floor. So using tension in my hand to open that hip up a little bit further. One more deep breath in. And then exhale, go ahead and grab onto your toes maybe, or you can use a strap here and see if you can extend that left leg out to the side. So keeping the right glute nice and firm to help support you so you don't roll over towards the left side. If this isn't working for you today, you can stay in that half happy baby. I'm just gonna breathe here for a few breaths. One last breath in, and then exhale, go ahead and rebend into the knee, coming back to your happy baby. Let's extend the leg up towards the sky. You can use your strap again here. And then rebend into the knee. We're gonna switch it out. So go ahead and bring your right knee in for Applicability squeeze for just a moment. Do the same thing on the opposite side. So left leg is gonna extend all the way out in front of you. Take a breath and then pull that right knee in towards you. Making sure that right hip now stays even with the left hip. And when you're ready, go ahead and inhale and extend the right heel up towards the sky. You can use your hands behind the hamstring, behind your calf, or grab your strap and use your strap for these exercises here. So remember, what we're gonna do is inhale, flexing the feet, and then exhale, rolling the body up, pulling both legs up further in towards you. So using your core, pressing your lower back into the floor. Inhale, flexing the feet, releasing down. Just really opening up the right hamstring. Exhale, roll up. Draw your forehead up towards the shin, and your shin pulling towards your forehead. As we inhale, we flex both feet, release down. As we exhale, we bring the legs up. Let's do that again. Release. And last time, we're gonna pull both legs. Pull the right hip down. And then when you're ready, release the upper body, release the bottom leg. Keep pulling that right leg in towards you. So you can bend the elbows to pull a little bit closer on an exhale. And here you can release your strap. Let's go ahead and bend the knee. Grab the outside of the foot, coming in for a half happy baby. You can really pull that knee towards the floor. with each exhale. See if you can keep the heel right over top of the knee. You guys are ready. You're going to go in for this. See if you can try to extend the foot all the way out towards the right side. Remember to keep that left glute nice and firm so you don't roll to the right side. Full breath in. Full slow breath out. Begin to rebend the knee into happy baby, and then we're going to go ahead and extend the leg all the way up. Again, you can use your straps here if you'd like to. Go ahead and bend the knee into the chest, bring the left knee in, extend both legs up towards the sky, heels pointed up towards the sky. Full breath in, and then exhale. Go ahead and bend the knees. Bring the hands right behind the knees here, and then we're gonna curl your chin in towards your chest and begin to rock all the way up. So coming to the tips of your shoulder blades, we're just gonna roll back and forth a few times. Landing in a boat pose, all the way back again. Make sure you keep your chin tucked down towards your chest, looking right at your belly button. Last time, roll back and up. And then go ahead and cross the feet, bring the hands to the floor, and we're gonna step right back into, I'm gonna bring this off to the side, into our plank pose. Press into the hands under the shoulders, spin the triceps back. We're gonna lift the hips all the way back into our downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift the right leg all the way up to the sky. Bend the knee, open the hips up, so keeping the shoulders level to the floor. We're just twisting from the lower body here. Let's try to stack the hips if you can. Really lifting with that right knee. Shift the body forward, bringing your knee to the outside of the body, and then step your right foot to the outside of your right hand, lowering the back knee. We're gonna press into the left hand under the shoulder. Go ahead and twist open to the right side slightly. Press the right hand onto your knee to open up and deeply breathe in. So I'm rolling to the pinky toe of my right foot. Deep breath in, and then as we exhale, we're gonna bring the knee back in. So inhale to open, find space through the spine, sinking the hips down towards the floor. And then exhale, close it up. Inhale to open. Exhale to close it up. And breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in again. This time hold. Really pushing that knee away from you. Make sure the toes and the knee are pointed the same direction. And then go ahead and come back up. We're gonna heel toe the foot to the inside of your right hand. Press into the back, press into the front heel, and bring the arms up, coming into our low lunge. So make sure the knee is not going past the toes. And both hips are even to the front of the mat here. So pulling the right hip back, left hip forward, or reaching up through the spine, through the arms. And then exhale. Here you can use blocks if you'd like to, or you can just plant your fingertips onto the floor. We're going to lift the back knee up and then go ahead and extend that front knee, pressing into the big toe. Pulling that right hip back, coming to the tippy toes of the left foot. So lengthen through the spine here. As you inhale, we're gonna rebend into that front knee, lowering the back knee. Reach the arms up to the sky, sink the hips forward and down towards the mat. And then same thing, fly the arms out to the side, bring them down to your blocks or the mat, and extend the front knee, pulling that left hip forward, right hip back. Maybe you can release a little bit further towards the shin this time. Let's do that again. Inhale, bending the knee, release the back knee down, reach the arms up, sink the hips forward, deeply releasing that left front hip flexor. And then exhale, fly the arms down to the mat or your blocks, extending the front knee forward. Going deep into the hamstring, the right hamstring. Do that again. Inhale, bend the knee, reach the arms up. Low lunge. Exhale, fly it out, release the hands, extend the front knee. Pull that right hip back. Last time, rebend the knee, lower the back knee, arms come up, sink even lower this time. Reach the body up to the sky, and then exhale, fly the arms down to the floor, extend the knees. And release the body. Maybe this time you can come even further, maybe even touching the forehead to the shin.
All right, my friends, we're gonna come up halfway. We're gonna rebend into the front knee, lower the back knee down, uncurl the toes. Go ahead and grab your blocks here. If you're using blocks today, you can bring them to the higher setting, medium setting, wherever you are today. Bring the blocks right underneath your shoulders and go ahead and extend that front knee. We're gonna walk those blocks back again so they're under the shoulders. Press into the blocks and then begin to lift that front heel forward as we draw the left knee back, okay? And we're gonna get a little bit closer towards the floor and go to where you feel tension but not pain, okay? So listen to your body. Make sure that back knee is directly behind the back hip. It's not coming out to the side. Both hips are aiming to be even to the front. Now, left hip's gonna be pulling back slightly, but we wanna try to really keep that left hip forward if we can, okay? So slowly begin to just walk that front heel forward, left knee back, until you can find that tension, okay? You're able to soften and breathe into this pose, or hunamanasana pose, without feeling too much strain, okay? And that may be up a little bit higher. You maybe come all the way down to the floor. Wherever you are today, try not to judge yourself. Just listen to where your body is allowing you to go today, okay? And shoulders are back. Long through the spine, make sure the shoulders are both facing equal to the front of the mat. And if you'd like, you can bring your blocks down a little bit further. Or bring your hands all the way down to the floor. And as we exhale, we're gonna see if maybe we can soften a little bit further into this pose. Going into a deep stretch and surrender in your left psoas area, your left groin muscle, as well as your right hamstring and your right groin muscle, which all is connected to your lower spine, which is why we want to make sure that we open the lower back up as well before going into these poses. Continue to breathe deeply. The breath is going to help to guide us to go deeper into these poses. Let's take one more last breath here. And on your exhale, we're going to softly begin to press into the hands And draw that right heel closer to us. And when you feel secure, you can walk that back knee in. So we're drawing the heel and the knee all the way in until you're in your half split. You can bring your blocks just out to the side. We're gonna rebend into the knee. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. Press into that back knee to lift it. Lifting the back knee up and then step right back into your downward facing dog. Do the same thing on the other side, okay? So we're gonna lift the left leg up to the sky and then bend the knee. Lifting up to the tippy toes of your right foot. Lift and then go ahead and shift forward. Bring the knee to the outside of your body and then step the foot to the outside of the left hand this time. Uncurl the back toes, drawing the knee to the floor. We're gonna twist open to the left side and then press into that left knee. Okay, so see how I roll all the way onto my pinky toe as I open up. Deeply breathe in here, and then as we exhale, we're just gonna draw the knee and the forehead in towards each other. So breathe in, find space, just lubricating the hip joint, stretching all the muscles and the soft tissues within this area. Inhale to open, and exhale, close it up. And soft movement here. Breathe in to open. Sinking the hips down even further if you can. Exhale, close it up. Inhale, open up. Close it up. Last time, we're gonna hold this time. So we're gonna inhale, breathe in deeply through the nose. Sink your hips down, really pressing the knee out, keeping the foot flexed. And then bring the knee in. Exhale, go ahead and heel toe that foot in so it's in line with your hip. Bring the left hand down. We're gonna press into that front foot and then reach the arms up, coming into that low lunge. Find your alignment with your hips, pulling the left hip back, right hip forward. Reach up through the arms. And like the other side, you can use your blocks here to bring the floor up closer to you. Reaching the arms down to the floor. I'm gonna use my blocks this time and just show you what that looks like. So blocks are underneath the shoulders, lifting the back knee up. I'm going to extend both knees, pressing into that front big toe, and then reaching the body forward here, and releasing maybe over top of the leg. Pulling the left hip back, right hip forward. Very important to keep the hips neutral and aligned through these poses. So rebend into the knee, lower the back knee, reach the arms up. You can keep the toes curled under or uncurl them, whichever feels good for you. Fly the arms out to the side. Just a little movement here. Lifting the back knee, extending both knees. Right into our fold. Rebend as we inhale, lowering right knee, lifting the arms up, sinking the hips further. And then as we exhale, we fly the arms out to the side, just opening the shoulders up a little bit. Lift the back knee, extend both knees into our fold. Again, lower the back knee, rebending into both knees, lift the arms up. Fly it out, right into our fold. Let's hold it this time. All right, you guys, so let's come halfway up. We're gonna rebend into that front knee, lower the back knee down, extend the front knee,
okay? Walk your blocks underneath your shoulders. So bring them to the proper setting for you. Make sure that you walk them close to the leg, so your arms are directly under you. And then we're gonna press into those blocks, lift the front heel forward, back knee is gonna slide back, okay? Very subtle, slow movement as we sink down into our split, our hunamanasana. So notice the difference on the opposite leg this time. Take a breath. Make sure that right knee is directly behind your hip. And just settle. Take your time with this pose, okay? This is really a tricky one. A lot of people, actually most of all people, hold a lot of tension in their hamstring, their lower spine, and their front hip. That's from a lot of sitting time. Everything tightens up. So this is a beautiful way to open everything up, and it's very intimidating. It can be really difficult to go into this pose. Okay? And that's why you want to take your time. Don't just let your body fall into it, because that's how we injure ourselves. We want to be patient with our bodies, not judge ourselves for being too tight, too restricted, okay? We're taking the time to do a little bit of work there. So remember to breathe through it and just listen to your body and let it open naturally. Don't try to force it. Remember to keep the breath fully moving through you, because that breath is what's gonna allow your body to soften into this pose and really rejuvenate the muscles so they open up further. Draw your shoulders down. Just notice how with your exhale, you're able to just kind of soften into this pose. See what your body will do. Remember, if you feel any pains, aches, or you're not able to get comfortable with the discomfort, all right, then I want you to just back off a little bit. So that might mean to maybe pull the heel in a little bit closer, the knee in closer to you, lifting the body up further. Body is exactly where it is right now for a reason, and you should thank your body for this. We're going to keep pulling that left hip back, so we want to keep the shoulders level to the front of the mat and try to keep the hips as even as possible towards the front of the mat as well. So we're trying to get more of an arch through the upper body, not the lower spine. Guys, take one more deep breath here. And then as we exhale, we're gonna very carefully and slowly press into either the mat or the blocks and pull that left heel in. Walk the right knee in until you're in your half split. And bring the blocks off to the side. Rebend into that front knee. Bring your hands down to the mat, and we're just gonna lift the back knee, stepping back into our plank pose. Let's go ahead and shift forward, lowering in our chaturanga, and then pull the heart up and through into our upward facing dog, firming the inner thighs in. Let's exhale, pressing back to our downward facing dog. All right, you guys, good job. All right, moving on, let's bend the knees. Press the hips back and go ahead and walk all the way to the front of your mat, but bring your feet to the outside of your hands. We're gonna pivot the heels in so the toes and the knees are pointed out slightly, and sink the hips back, coming into our malasana pose. Now, if this is a little tricky for you, you can bring your blocks right behind your hips just to soften your hips down until your body opens up and gets a little more used to this pose, okay? Otherwise, just use your body weight, okay? Go ahead and bring your elbows to the inside of your knees, and we're gonna press into the palms of our hands right at our hearts. So take a deep breath in, try to spread your collarbone, your sternum. Breathe in. Extend your left hand down to the floor. We're gonna reach the right arm up towards the sky. Let's do the same thing on the opposite side. Bring your right arm down to the floor. Arms on the inside of your right thigh. Left arm up to the sky. Do that a couple times.
Left hand down, right arm up. And last time, right hand down, left arm up. All right, both arms down to the floor. We're gonna pivot the heels back to neutral, folding into our forward fold. Uttanasana, let's lift halfway up. And exhale, fold all the way down. Press into the hands. We're gonna step all the way back into our plank. Shift forward, chaturanga. Pull the heart through to inhale, upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up to the sky. And draw the knee into the chest. We're gonna step the foot to the inside of the right hand. Go ahead and pivot that back heel down. And then we're just going to swing that left arm open, opening up to your Virabhadrasana 2. So, body's facing towards the left side. Front knee and toes pointed to the front of your mat, sealing the outer edge of that back foot and really pulling that thigh away from the floor here. A deep breath in, reaching the arms away from you, turning to look over that middle finger of your front hand. Soften the shoulders down. Breathe. And release the left hand down. Reach the right arm up and over towards the back of the mat. We're gonna sink the hips even further. Reverse warrior. Exhale. Bring the hands back to neutral. Virab 2. And then release the right hand all the way down to the mat. We're gonna reach the left hand up towards the sky. And then reach it up towards the top of the mat. Rolling that left shoulder open wide so we're facing directly to the left side. Full breath in, full breath out. Press into that front heel and we're going to swing both arms right back into our warrior 2. Extend that front knee and then pivot the right foot in so it's level with the left foot. Okay, so now we're facing towards the side of the mat. Toes are slightly pigeoned in. All right, knees are very softly bent. And we're gonna reach the arms out to the side, bring them up to the sky. Draw your hands through heart center, begin to hinge forward. So pressing the hips back. We're bending only from the hip flexors into our forward wide leg fold. Lift halfway up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Lift halfway up. Pivot the right heel in slightly. Knee and toes are pointed out to the side, and we're gonna sink the hips all the way down to the right side as we peel the left toes to point up. So knee and toes are pointed up towards the sky. Press the elbow into your inner right thigh. So we're pressing the knee away from us, reaching the left arm up to the sky, and then over towards the front of your mat, to the right side right now. Skandasana pose. Let's go ahead and bring the left hand down. We're gonna press into that right foot, lift the hips all the way up, pivot the left foot in, and then repivot the right foot in. Sink all the way down to our wide leg fold. Lift halfway up. We're gonna do the same thing on the opposite side. So we're going to pivot the left heel in, toes and knee pointed out to the side. Begin to sink the hips all the way to the left side as we roll the right toes and knee up towards the sky. Bring the left elbow into the inner left thigh, and then we're gonna reach the right arm up to the sky. Take a breath, and as you exhale, you're gonna reach now towards the back of your mat. Okay, let's bring that right arm down, press into the left foot, bring the hips to even, go ahead and pivot so you're level now to the front, toes facing forward, and fold forward. Lift halfway up, exhale, fold again.
This time, see if you can reach for your ankles possibly and pull your forehead down towards the floor. So if you need to bend your knees slightly here, go ahead and do so. I want you to be careful you don't lock your knees out. That's the most important aspect here. Let's lift halfway up. Exhale, fold all the way back down again. We're gonna lift halfway up and then rebend into the knees and lift all the way up. Draw that right heel all the way in, so toes and knee are now gonna be pointed out towards the front of the mat. We're gonna reach our arms right back as we sink into our Vira 2. Take a breath. Let's circle the arms down to the mat, lift the back heel up, press the right foot straight back. You can keep that foot lifted. We're gonna shift forward into our chaturanga. Lower the feet, flip over the toes, lift up, upward facing dog. Press, downward facing dog. So lift that left leg up to the sky. Bend the knee, bring the knee into the chest, step the left foot to the inside of your left hand. You're gonna pivot that right heel down this time and swing the arms all the way, cartwheeling them open into your Virabhadrasana 2, right onto your right side this time, okay? Left knee and toes pointed forward. Seal the back foot down into the mat. Reaching through the fingertips, turn to gaze over the front fingers. Soften the shoulders down. Deep breath here, just catch your breath. As we exhale, we're going to reverse that warrior, flipping the palm and then reach towards the back of the mat. Sink the hips even further down. Squeezing that right glute muscle, staying nice and stable through the legs. And then we're going to go ahead, re-cartwheel right back into our Vira 2. Release the left hand down. Reach the right arm up to the sky, sink the hips down, and then reach that right arm towards the front of the mat, really opening the shoulders up to the right side, trying to stack them one over the other. Pressing my left arm into my knee and the knee right back. Find that length through the right side body. One last breath here. Press into that left foot. We're gonna cartwheel the hands right back into our warrior 2. Extend that left knee, pivot the toes now to the other side of the mat. So I'm facing backwards now. We're gonna reach the arms up towards the sky and then draw your hands right to heart center. So this time what we're gonna do is pivot both heels in. So both knees and toes are pointed out towards the side, okay? We're gonna sink down slightly, pulling the tailbone down towards the mat and make sure the knees are not going over the toes. Deep breath in here, really pressing into your heart center. And then bring your hands right to the inside of your inner thighs, and all we're gonna do is just twist the body, dropping one shoulder down, and then twist to the opposite side. Okay, so dropping one shoulder as we press the knee open, and we're gonna switch it out again, so drop the opposite side. Just breathing through this, really opening up your inner thighs. Reverse. So just alternating one shoulder followed by the other shoulder. Pressing the legs open. Let's do that one last time. Let's come right back to neutral, pressing into the feet, lift the arms up to the sky again. This time extend the knees. We're gonna pivot the heels back out and fold all the way down into our forward fold. All right, you guys, lift halfway up. So this time what we're gonna do, I'm gonna turn around so you can see me. All right, so here we are in our forward fold. We're going to lift halfway up, if you're not there already, and then drop your right knee right below your right hip. Go ahead and bring your foot
directly behind that knee, okay? And all we're gonna do here is drop your left elbow down to the floor. To roll the left knee and toes up towards the sky. Now, if you need to stay up on your left hand, that's perfectly fine too, okay? Again, it depends on your level of flexibility, not judging yourself, just noticing. I'll stay up so you can see what this looks like. And all we're gonna do is press either into the elbow or the hand, and then just begin to twist open, reaching your right arm either out to the side, or maybe opening all the way up towards the sky. Deep breath, notice that deep stretch in the left inner thigh. Just staying here for a moment, just breathing. So you can go a little further on your exhale. Last breath in. And then exhale, go ahead and release the hand down to the mat, okay? I'm gonna draw the knee and the toes pointing forward again, and then just lift that right leg out to the side again. So I'm in my half forward fold. I'm gonna fold all the way down, lift halfway up again, just rolling the spine. Do the same thing with the left knee. So drop the knee down below the hip, and then pivot the whole foot behind, okay? So knees right underneath the left hip. And right hand or elbow is going to come down to the mat. So wherever you are, go ahead and begin to first pivot the right toes and knee as far up towards the sky as you can. And then we're going to press into that right side and begin to either open the left arm out to the side, or you can begin to twist open towards your left side, completely reaching the arm maybe up to the sky. Maybe you're not there yet. Just breathe here. All right, last breath here. So you can go a little further. On your exhale, bring that left arm down. Pivot the toes and knee of the right leg back forward. Press into the hand and go ahead and bring that left leg back out, stepping out into your wide fold again. Forward fold and lift halfway up. This time release both knees to the floor, pivot both feet right behind you. You're gonna walk down probably to your elbows here in your frog pose. Flex the feet. Make sure the knees and the feet are pointed out to the side, and just release as much as you can in this frog pose. So keep your core nice and strong here, and let your hips just open. Just let gravity allow your body just to release here. So make sure the hips are in line with your knees. And sometimes it feels good just to kind of lever your body a little bit back and forth, just to wake this up a little bit further and let your body know it's okay. So just a very subtle rock forward and backwards. And then when you're ready, you can just hold and breathe through it. Last breath. On your exhale, let's walk back up to our hands, and then very carefully lift the knees up and walk the feet back out to the side in your forward wide leg fold, okay? Toes are slightly pigeon toe. We're gonna forward fold all the way down. Inhale halfway up. Bend the knees slightly and just maybe sway side to side, bending one knee followed by the other, just moving the hips. And then we're gonna go for a full fold here. So if you'd like, you can reach for your blocks. I'm gonna go ahead and grab my blocks so you can see what this looks like. And we're gonna try to release as far down as we can. Okay, so go ahead and heel toe your feet just out further. Use your blocks underneath your shoulders. And what I do is I press my hands into my blocks under my shoulders, pull my shoulders back, and just let my body start to open up. And when I get far down enough, I can roll my toes and my knees up towards the sky. and just let the rest of gravity kind of take over. Use your arms, make sure you're nice and stable with your blocks, and go down as far as possible where you feel like you're able to find some comfort. Make sure you're stable so your body doesn't just fall down to the floor. And just breathe through this. Keeping a soft bend in the knee if you can. And maybe you're able to come all the way down. And if you are all the way down to the floor right now, you can take a deep breath and maybe even begin to fold all the way forward. If you're not there yet, that's fine. You can reach your arms all the way in front of you if you'd like, if you're all the way down. If you're still up like I am, you can just begin to move your body maybe up and down if you're secure here. Make sure you're completely secure before you do this. All right, you guys, repivot the toes so they're back on the mat, and very slowly press into your hands. We're just gonna slowly heel toe the feet in into your back in your forward fold. And then let's just go ahead and grab opposite elbow and just hang for a second here. Release the hands, come up halfway. You're gonna re-bend into the knees, come all the way up. And I had turned around, so maybe you guys turn around with me. Maybe you're still facing backwards. Pivot that left heel in, so knees and toes are pointed out. And then reach the arms up as we re-bend into the knee, coming back to our Vira 2. Taking a breath. Noticing the difference in your body now that we stretched everything out, both sides. And then release that left hand down, cartwheel the right hand, lift the back heel up, press into the hands, stepping back. You could keep that left foot elevated, shifting into your chaturanga, lifting up, upward facing dog. And then staying here for just a second. And then as we exhale, we press back, downward facing dog. Let's bend the knees, bring the toes to touch, and just sink back into our balasana pose. Release the forehead, just taking a breath. All right, friends, let's come all the way up. And to close out our practice, you can sit here in Virasana pose, or you can come into your Vajrasana pose, bringing your heels out to the side and just let your sitting bones fall to the mat. Okay, whatever feels good for you. You're gonna sit up nice and tall. You're bringing your hands to the thighs, shoulders back. And just close your eyes for a minute here. Noticing your body, how it's feeling right now. Maybe your heartbeat. Just taking note of everything going on right now. Knowing that you put so much work in today to really build that opening within your hips, accentuate the blood flow and the movement with inside your body. Let's go ahead and reach the arms wide out to the side and then up towards the sky. Bring your hands together. Draw your hands right down to your heart and then drop your chin down. Just honoring yourself for showing up today, to making that time for yourself, to better yourself. Take a deep breath in and exhale, let it go. Thank you for showing up today. Thank you for letting me guide you. I hope your hips feel good. I'll see you again soon, hopefully. Namaste.